Today we're looking at one of my favorite Christmas-themed horror movies, so let's get spooky. Greetings everyone, my name is Nightshade, this is The Night Shift, a home for all things spooky, and today we're going to be looking at Red Christmas, released in 2016. And, as I stated in the intro, this is one of my all-time favorite Christmas horror movies out there. Like, it's definitely not number one, but it's definitely in my top 5, and I'm super pumped to be reviewing it today. Now, this one I stumbled upon on, like, a family movie night whenever we all wanted to watch a Christmas-themed movie, but also a horror movie at the same time, and stumbled across this one completely by accident. And I'm very glad that we did, because holy shit, I watch it every year now. If you want to check this movie out for yourself, it is absolutely free here on YouTube. I will link it in the description below. And as I said, this is one of my all-time favorite Christmas horror films, and I'm really excited to get into it since it is the Christmas season after all. But let's waste no further time and go ahead and get into the review. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this down into two categories, the positives and the negatives. Let you guys know what I like about this movie and what I don't like about this movie. And then we are going to score this out of 10 and end the movie. But we always start off on the bright side with So the story in this film is actually kind of batshit insane. So the main character of this film is named Diane, and she is the matriarch of the family here. She is the mom of everybody in this film, with the exception of like the siblings, boyfriends, and such. But yeah, she is the main character in this film. And the hooded figure that arrives at her doorstep turns out to be her survived abortion. Like I said, this is kind of a batshit story, so bear with me. Apparently, Diane had an abortion, and it ended up surviving, and was raised by some crazy Christian nut who blew up the clinic that she had said abortion in. So the hooded figure in this film, his name's Cletus, by the way. He shows up at these people's doorstep because he wanted to reconnect with his mother. Now, Diane doesn't know that that's her son. She just sees somebody being insensitive because he doesn't necessarily have what you would call the people skills. Now, Diane doesn't know that Cletus is her son, actually. I mean, he tries to explain it, but does a poor job at doing so. And yeah, his mother rejects him, and he decides to go on a killing spree. And that is the story in a nutshell. Again, it's absolutely batshit insane. This is not going to be a movie that is for everyone. There's a lot of sensitive subjects in this movie, but I have a great time with it. Just the concept alone of a survived abortion back for revenge sounds fucking nutty. The concept of it is a little unique, given the subject matter of this film. I think is it's different from most of the storylines that we are normally fed, and I just think it's a good time. I think it's fun. It's a weird story, but it's a weird story that I personally enjoy. Again, it's one of those things, like, subject matter is not going to be for everyone. Storyline's not going to be for everyone, but it's one that I enjoy because it's just so kind of far out there and unique and different when compared to, other movies. So yeah, the story definitely had to make it onto my positives list. Moving right along, we have... for being such a low-budget film, the kills are actually done pretty well. Like, to me, it seems that they put the budget into the kills, and always appreciate seeing that, especially in a slasher film. Some people use CGI in their kills. These guys all used practical effects for the most part. And honestly, the kills were pretty well executed. See what I did there? A slasher flick needs to have good kills, and, thankfully this movie does have some pretty good kills, pretty unique kills in some regards, and yeah, I enjoy the kills in this film. So, with that being said, let's move on to our next positive, which is... So Cletus the fetus, I think that's what they're going for here. The main villain's name is Cletus, and I actually really enjoy the concept of his character. And he's a very sympathetic character as well, you know, like you kind of feel bad whenever he gets rejected by the family. He also gets bullied on his way to go see his family.
I'm looking for Mother's house.
You get the hell off of my property now.
I'm lost.
Mate, I don't give a shit. You get the fucking hell out of here, you little freak.
Please.
Fuck out of here. You're wrong, boy. You are fucking wrong.
And I also really like the design of the character. He's in very drapey black garb, like a hooded robe, kind of like mine. And his face is wrapped in gauze, and like he says it's to keep his skin on, which is fucked up. And you know, it's fucked up that he has to wear certain things to keep his own skin on his body. But you know, I like that idea. And later on in the film, he becomes unmasked, and although it's not the best executed makeup, it still looks pretty cool. Given what he is, you know, it's not the best makeup in the world, but I mean, it's better than, like, you know, a couple Jason makeups that we've gotten. But you know, Cletus, he's a very sympathetic character. I feel bad for him because, you know, he just wants to be loved, and love rejects him, so then in turn he fucking kills everybody. And with that being said, let's move on to our next positive, which is it's a fun movie. And you know, that's what I watch movies for. I watch movies to have fun, have a good time. Like, this isn't classic cinema by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a good time. Like, the story is completely outlandish, the kills are over the top, but it's a fun time. There's a lot of fun to be had with this movie. You know, when it comes to movies, I just want to have a good time watching a movie, and I have a really good time watching this movie. And I watch it every year during Christmas, and I have fun doing it. And you know, at the end of the day, that's all I can really ask for is, you know, a fun time watching a ridiculous concept for a movie. So that is just about going to do it for the positives, and now we move on to so the acting in this film, definitely not the best. You know, in this movie, you can tell that there are people that are more comfortable on camera and have more experience with acting. And then you've got other people that very much feel like this is either their first or second time ever seeing a camera, first time ever being on camera. So in that regard, it presents this very unbalanced feeling whenever it comes to the acting capabilities of most of the people in this movie. And you know, it feels off in certain regards, and so you know, it's a little bit off-putting, but it doesn't ruin the movie for me. So moving on to the final negative for this film, which is so I've said it a couple times throughout this review. This movie is fucking ridiculous. It's cheesy as hell, but you know, I like myself some cheese. I like a cheeseburger. Not that that's the same fucking thing. You know, it's a cheesy film, and I know I give it a little bit, probably a little too much praise. It's just, you know, one of those films that I guess could be considered like a guilty pleasure, because it's not a great film by any stretch of the imagination. So don't go into watching this thinking, oh, the Nightshade said that this was a good movie, so this must be a cinematic masterpiece or something. No, it's not that at all. Like I said, we got bad acting. The story is absolutely batshit insane, absolutely outlandish, and does not exist within the realm of possibility at all. But yeah, no, this film is outlandish. It's absurd. and ridiculous. It's just, it's over the top, it's cheesy, it's cornball, but I have a great time watching it. I don't know if it's the fact that, you know, like, I stumbled into this film by accident, watched it with family, and just had a great time with the family watching this, but, you know, I watched it again by myself while I was working, and, again, still had a great time watching it, even though I was the only one watching it. So I don't know, like, you know, some people are going to have a great time watching this. Other people definitely will not have a great time watching this, for sure. Like, there's somebody that might have seen this and are going to leave, like, a scathing review of my review in the comments below or some such shit. I don't know. This movie is definitely not for everybody, and, you know, so take my opinions on this film with a grain of salt. Like, I know it's a cheesy film, but I like cheesy movies just as much as I like, you know, cinematic masterpieces. So, like, it's a give and a take. You know, like, if I'm having fun with the movie, then I'm having fun with the movie regardless of the quantity or how cheesy and corny it is, or, you know, what have you. So, Red Christmas, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a solid 6.5 out of a possible 10. Again, this is a movie that I enjoy, but I know not everybody is going to, and if you go and check this out, let me know what you think about this movie in the comments below. So that's just gonna about do it for me. If you liked the video, let me know by leaving me a like. Comment down below what you want to see on the channel next. I will do my best to accommodate. I really will. And until next time, my name is Nightshade. This has been The Night Shift, and I will see you in the next video. Stay spooky, my friends.